Alright, welcome back to another little tutorial for Auction Not Included. This time I am looking at bathrooms. My bathroom. This bathroom. This little contraption we have set up here. It is set up to be run off a self-contained water supply, so once you feed water into it, you can disconnect your source and it will run itself. It runs off the power of just this sieve and this liquid shutoff. So if we look at our sieve, which will be under refinement here, sieve uses 120 watts of power. And then your liquid shutoff uses another 10. So 130 watts of power to run this entire system. We don't need a pump from clean water. We don't need a pump from polluted water to feed back into this. It is all self-contained in this little unit. And I added some carbon skimmers to it, which is just for cleaning out the base, but you don't need these for this to work. You can omit this if you'd like. If we look at our plumbing, as we can see, we have polluted water going on right now. Our clean water is coming out from the water sieve into the tank and then feeding everything that it needs. This liquid shutoff is taking any overflow that we don't need in here and feeding into our thimble reed. The reason why we have an overflow, we can't just keep the system totally self-contained, we need to get rid of excess, is the lavatories actually produce twice the polluted water that they take in of clean water. We look at the plumbing of a lavatory. It is 5 kilograms of water per use, but outputs 11.7 kilograms of water per use. So therefore, if we had just this tank, kept self-contained, it didn't have anywhere for the water to go, this would overfill, get backed up, and we would lose all of our bathrooms because there would be nowhere for the water to flow. So I just, for this liquid shutoff in this tank, I have it set for, let's look at our automation. You have to put a NOT gate in here because this automation is normally for filling the tank, not for emptying the tank. But the tank is set to, once it hits 10% of its fill, to drain off until it gets down to 5%. That's just so we can keep a constant flow of water going to our thimble reed here and keep them growing. They will stifle in between cycles, but the upside of all this is it prevents your food poisoning in your early game from getting into any systems. Like, there's a little bit of food poisoning on these till they come and disinfect them, but your sinks are clean, your dupes will be clean, your water system is going to be clean, and the reason for that is we aren't pumping this water into a polluted water tank, which then will turn into clean water and dump back into this tank, which only changes the type of water, but it doesn't actually clean the food poisoning. It stifles the growth of the food poisoning, because food poisoning in polluted water will double daily, whereas I think it has like a half-life. Does it show the half-life here? No, because there's no germs in it right now. But yeah, it keeps your water systems clean. This is full of polluted water. Like, we got almost 1 million germs of food poisoning in here. But because none of this water is being used for any food source, all our dupes are fine. This is feeding our thimble reed. You could put it to arbor trees if you'd like. I like thimble reed because I need it for my Atmos suits, which is what I'm working on right now. And the carbon skimmers, they put out the same polluted water. They put out the same polluted water for the clean water they take in, so they work nice with the showers and the sinks. It's only the lavatories that we have to add this. Another good reason for this setup is your water sieve and your gate, or your shutoff valve, are the only two things requiring power. So we've omitted, what are the pumps, 240? Plumbing. You've emitted 480 watts of power with pumps for needing one pump to feed your system, another pump to pump your water sieve and back into it. This all runs off of just these two systems. If you like this setup and you want to try to use it for your own base, feel free. Just leave a comment what you think of it, if you have any ways of tweaking it, making it better, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much.